Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. In this series that I'm calling Ask Before You Buy, I am answering actually a list of questions from one of my viewers, Ron. And the question I'm going to ask now is actually, I'm calling it the third question. And he was asking about the accordion sounds. So the question is, in essence, how does this compare to like common registers on an acoustic accordion? Okay, well, when you first get the accordion, okay, and I have a number. I have, for example, my acoustic accordion that I like to play is an Octavinelli that I purchased from Liberty Bellows in Philadelphia, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a red shadow, so red and black. Um, and I'm kind of partial to that because that's the university where I teach. That's their school colors are red and black. But anyway, it's a beautiful accordion. It's a four-reed accordion. Okay, it's a low, middle, middle, middle. Okay, now what about the little guy here? What about this little guy, the FR-1x? This is like a five-reed accordion. Okay, you've got low, middle, 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 high. And there's some other things you can do, but that's in set editing, and we can talk about that a bit later. But anyway, so the bottom line is this is like a five-reed, generally speaking, like a five-reed acoustic accordion. How do they sound? Well, you know what? You have to pick the accordion. You have to pick the accordion. Because when you buy this, guess what? You have 16 different accordions. You have everything from a classic accordion to an Alpine or Tex-Mex. And it's a sound modeling. So they've listened to these, they've created these sounds, and that's kind of what they think it should look like or sound like. Now, also have to understand that when you play this, okay, when I play this, if I turn this on and I just take the standard, now when it turns on, it's going to come up as basically I believe it's the concerto master. So when I play it, okay, well, my volume was actually down because a lot of times I will be playing this with headphones and you don't want that cranked up. But what I'm getting at here is this has a 7-watt speaker in it. Are you going to be rocking the neighborhood with 7 watts? I don't think so. Okay? It's fine for a room. And there are other adjustments where you can change the tonal quality. So there's, I believe, 8 settings where you can actually change it. But again, that's not what he's asking. The question is, how does this compare to an acoustic accordion? Okay, is it an Octavinelli? No. Not out of the box. You're going to have to play with it. It's got 7-watt speaker. Okay. Your car radio. Well, nowadays the car radios have a lot more. No, it's not going to rock the neighborhood. However, you put it in dual mode, you turn the volume up, it's going to sound very, very nice. Okay, it's not an Octavinelli, it's not a Beltuna, it's not a Scandelli, it's not a Giletti. But you can get it to that point. You can actually make it sound really quite nice. if you hear some of these sounds that, and I will talk about third party in the next question, sounds, you're going to find that you can do a lot with this. Okay. But anyway, what I will tell you is when you get this accordion, okay, it comes stock. Roland offers 3, they call them expansion kits. 3 expansion kits for you to load into here. Now, the problem is there's only room for 2. So you have to pick. The 3, you've got Delapaye, you've got orchestral, and which one have I forgotten? Orchestral, oh, and alpine. Okay, so there are 3 expansion kits that you can put in here. My personal preference, you know what? Try them. Try them in combination. But that's, again, there's a learning curve with it. This is not the accordion you pick up and you play. Okay? Yes, you can do that, but it's so much more that you can do. Okay? My preference, orchestral, expansion kit. I always load the orchestral. That gives you different instruments to pick from. But you have to do something else. Okay, you have to actually create your own sets for that. A whole different video, whole different learning. Okay, but the 2 that I use, orchestral and alpine. Definitely load those. And the other thing with this that actually makes this really quite nice, you get to create your own user sets. You have room for 4 user sets that you can create, and you have 8 user programs that you can program. And again, you can look at some of my other videos where I talk about them and I explain them. I explain how the memory is set up inside. I have a lot of videos out there on that, but I don't want this to get too long. So bottom line, this is like a 5-reed accordion when you get it, but it only has a 7-watt speaker system. Again, he has asked a question a little later that I'll get to that deals with that. Kind of talked a little bit about it with the headphones. Headphones, they sound much better with headphones than the speaker. All right, if you haven't already done so, please hit the like and subscribe below and keep playing.